What's the life expectancy of a smoker in the UK? So this is really interesting. In the UK, in 2023, the Office of National Statistics, the ONS, are reporting that the average lifespan in the UK is 81. So it's 79 for men, and that's around about 83 for women. Okay, so we've got a bit of a discrepancy of about 4 years there between men and women, which is interesting in itself. What the data is showing is that the life expectancy of a non-smoker versus a smoker, the difference is about 10 years. So whatever that average is, you're going to take 10 years off. Okay, so for a woman, that would take it down from 83 to 73. For a man, they'll take it down from 79 to 69. So it's a huge discrepancy there. Well, firstly, between the ages of men and women, and the longevity that they're enjoying here in the UK, and that gap's widening. But also, we've got 10 years on average that a smoker is living less than a non-smoker. Okay, so that gives you an idea. Now, of course, it's not just about living less. The quality of that life, probably towards the end, could be vastly reduced relative to a non-smoker. Why? Because there are so many conditions like COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, heart disease, stroke, lung cancer, pulmonary emphysema, all these kinds of issues that people have when they smoke. And so it may be that they're kind of living on those, tottering on the edge of like a really poor quality of life for those last few months or few years. So I think I don't think it really sort of emphasizes, it's not just about the age difference there, the life expectancy of a smoker in the UK being about 10 years difference. The other thing to bear in mind is that what's classified as heavy smokers, those people who smoke 25 cigarettes a day or more here in the UK, the majority of them are men over the age of 30 who don't have any jobs. Okay, so they have no vocation, no employment. They may well have limited skills. Bearing in mind the risk to mental health, that the mental health of not having a job, it's a huge risk factor, of the effect on their body and their mind and their health of smoking, the fact that other kinds of things are likely to go with that, such as alcohol and drugs and various other things that are risk factors that will fit into those. And you can see why there are definitely sort of indications as to why men will be living less, or overall shorter lives than women. Okay, so it's a real important sort of to understand this in the context overall in terms of public health, in terms of the UK, in terms of reducing sort of inequalities, should we say, in between the health of men and women. And regardless, 10 years is a huge amount. Okay, it's a huge cost to pay, both in terms of obviously the financial side of paying for that those cancer sticks to take them on that journey, but also the end result of a shortened life, of an impoverished life. Okay, so life expectancy of a smoker in the UK, well, the easiest thing to do is to take the average life expectancy of a man, 79, knock off 10 years, and you'll get your figure, 69. And then for women, it's 83. Take off this 10 years, and you'll get 73. And you'll see the reduction in there. And it's worthwhile just understanding that discrepancy of 10 years. I mean, if somebody said to you, I'm going to take away 10 years of your life, 10 years of your life, and they might well be in your absolute prime. You really don't know. And it may well be a sort of a serious illness that predates that. Then it's important to have that in mind when, particularly for the smokers who or if you are a smoker and you're considering smoking, just to realize the absolute best time to smoke, or to stop smoking rather, is now. the best time to stop smoking is now. And I know that people who smoke have real concerns. How am I going to manage? How am I going to do it? I'm not sure I can do this. I don't know how I'm going to cope. How am I going to get through this? It's going to be painful. I'm going to suffer these cravings. I don't even know if it's going to be worth it. My life just might be, it's hard enough already. This is just going to push me over the edge. It won't push you over the edge if you have somebody who can help you deal with that sense of not being able to cope, all the fears or the concerns or the anxieties, okay? And that's where a stop smoking expert can support you, okay? But as it stands, 2023, life expectancy of a smoker in the UK, pretty much the same as in many other countries, got about this 10-year, a 10 years of your life you'll be giving up if you carry on smoking on average. So just make that decision today to quit smoking.